And I've said this, I've said this 1,000 fucking times over the years on YouTube. I guess I gotta say it 1,000 more. Maybe I gotta say it 1,000,000 more. I'm gonna keep saying it.
DreAllDay.com.
I've seen a lot of athletes having a whole lot of damn stories when things don't work out the way you want it to work out. Listen, let me explain something to you. First, let me tell you the type of stories I be hearing. I didn't make the team because coach only picked people who made the team last year. This makes no sense. Because eventually somebody's going to graduate and somebody else got to get on the team. I didn't make the team because I'm not tall. I didn't make the team because the coach only likes players who try to score, and I'm a defensive player. I didn't make the team because I'm not tall. I didn't make the team because coach only picked the guys who were playing in the summer practices. Whatever bullshit y'all be coming up with. And I hear it often from athletes, but this is not just for athletes. I want to be clear. This is not just for basketball players. I hear this from people in all fields. I hear it from business people, entrepreneurs, business professionals working at jobs, people trying to get jobs. I hear this from all different types of people all the time. Everybody got a fucking story when things don't work out the way it's supposed to work out. Let me explain something to you that you really need to understand. All right, this is the key. Nobody wants to hear that shit. Nobody wants to hear your story. If you set out to get something done and it doesn't get done, nobody wants to hear your story. Nobody cares about who hated on you or who didn't do what you thought they were supposed to do or why all the odds are stacked against you. People always got these stories about why the odds are stacked against them. Listen, don't nobody want to hear that shit. The only thing people want to know is what the situation was and what you did. And if it didn't work out the way it was supposed to work out, if you're going to talk about it at all, I wouldn't even talk about it. But if you are going to talk about it, what you can do is say, okay, this is how that turned out. This is what I could do better. And this is what I'm going to do moving forward. That should be the only conversation. It ain't nothing else to talk about. If you set out to do something that didn't go the way that you wanted it to go, it's not a story about why it's this person's fault or why this situation caused it. Because often when people are telling these stories, they're talking about all these reasons why it didn't work out, but none of the reasons have anything to do with them or anything they could do anything about. It's the coach, it's the boss, it's my coworker, it's my teammate, it's the weather, is the sneakers, is the gym, is the year that it is the full moon, whatever the fuck people be coming up with. It's the situation. This is the key. And I've said this, I've said this 1,000 fucking times over the years on YouTube. I guess I gotta say it 1,000 more. Maybe I gotta say it 1,000,000 more. I'm gonna keep saying it. Anytime a situation don't work the way you want it to, and the reason, your reasoning for the situation is anything other than you, then you will never achieve anything in your life. You'll never accomplish anything. If every time something don't work out is because of something that you don't control, then how you ever going to achieve anything? I mean, if it was the coach now, next year is going to be one of the players. The year after that is going to be a different coach. After that is going to be your boss. The year after that is going to be a player on the other team. After that is going to be your mom. Then it's going to be your husband. Then it's going to be your kids. Then it's going to be your dog. Then it's going to be the security guard across the street. Then it's going to be the cops. And it's going to be the president. There's always going to be something other than you. See, every time something don't work out for you and you blame something or someone that's not you, all you're doing two things. Number one, you're absolving yourself of responsibility, which is just going to make you weak. It makes you look weak, makes you sound weak, and you are weak in the moment that you're doing it. Number two, you're conditioning your mind to believe when something doesn't go right, I need to find somebody to blame. I need to find something to blame that has nothing to do with me, because this is what happens when you don't blame yourself for things not working out. You don't have any reason to get better. If I try out for the basketball team and I don't make it, and I say, well, I didn't make it because coach doesn't like black people, or he don't like people who have long arms, or the boss didn't like people who have tattoos. Anytime you have an excuse that has nothing to do with you or anything that you could do anything about, all you're doing is saying, okay, well, I'm perfect exactly as I am. Everything I did was perfect. So I guess you're just going to be stuck not getting what you want for the rest of your life, since that's the situation. The next person may have the same problem with you. But if everybody in life has the same problem with you that someone had with you right now, what are you going to do? You're just going to fail for the rest of your life and use that as an excuse? Well, look, I did everything perfect at tryouts, but I didn't make the team. Everybody said I should have made the team, but I didn't make it. Okay, so you played perfect and you didn't make it. So what if you played perfect at next year's tryouts and not make it again? What if you played perfect the year after that? What if you transfer to a new school, play perfect all over again, and still don't make it? Is that just going to be your excuse for the rest of your life? Hey, I did everything right. I'm the perfect person. Everything is good on my end, but it's somebody else who's the problem. If somebody else is the problem, somebody else is always going to be the problem. You may think, well, what if I change who somebody else is? Go play for a different team, or get a different teammate, or get a new boss, or move to a new city, or get a new job, or start a new business, get some new customers. If it's always somebody else, what you'll find is, this is the thing you got to take from that. Anytime you're thinking, well, maybe I need to change this person, this person, this person. This is the saying, you may have heard this before. Anywhere you go, you take you with you. You ever heard that before? Anywhere you go, you take you with you. Meaning, the person who was making all the bitch ass excuses and it was somebody else's fault last year, you still that same person next year. You're still going to be that same person 5 years from now. You're still going to be that same person if you move from New York to LA. You'll be the same person if you move from Germany to France. You're going to be the same person that you were when you're 15, you're going to be when you're 25 if you don't do the internal work on yourself. And here's how you start the internal work. I'm just giving you the first step to starting the internal work. I didn't lay the whole thing out in my Bulletproof Mindset course, which you can get at dreallday.com/bulletproof. First step to doing internal work on yourself is this. I need to fix something. I need to change something. There's something about me that must be improved. That's the first step to your internal work. Until you can look in the mirror and say that to yourself, you're never going to get better at anything. It's always going to be somebody else's fault. You're never going to get anything you want, and you'll never be able to do anything about it because the reason that you're not getting it is always something outside of you. The first step to the internal work, I'm going to say it one more time. Write it down. Take a picture. Do whatever you got to do. Download this video. I don't care. Do what you got to do. I need to fix something about me and about what I'm doing in order for me to get what I want. Until you come to that, until you accept that, until you come to that agreement with yourself that there's something that I need to do to make myself better in order for me to get what I want, get to where I want to get to, and do what I want to do, until you have that conversation with yourself, until you really realize that, you'll never have what you want. And understand that this is not just about when you fail or you come up short. This is about when you're doing good too. You ask somebody you know who's doing well right now, whoever you think's doing well, by your definition of doing well, ask them if they look at themselves that way. Ask them if they say to themselves, hey, I need to improve. I need to do something to get better. Let me figure out how I can make myself better, make my game better, perform better, make my products better, get smarter, make more friends. Ask people who are successful if they look at themselves this way. I guarantee you they'll tell you that they will. Because you can't become successful if everything is somebody else's fault. The minute that you make everything your responsibility, like, oh, okay, I got to fix this, I got to get better, I got to make those shots, I got to get better with my customers, I got to make better products, I got to give better service. The moment that you make it all your responsibility, now you have control. Now you got power to do something about it. As long as you're not taking responsibility, you can't do anything about it, and therefore you can never expect to get what you want because it's always based on somebody or something other than you. I think I said enough for this video. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com.